Hey y'all, it's time for another video, but not just any video. Today, I think I'm gonna start a new series called Makeover Mondays. And these are my 12 Dirty Dozen girls that desperately need a makeover. They are all dingy and dirty. That's why I call them the Dirty Dozen. I would like to at least once every month or so do a Makeover Monday. That way I can get some more of my dollies cleaned up. And I know y'all like seeing the makeovers and I enjoy doing them and sharing it with y'all. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make over, like I said, this Dirty Dozen girls. For supplies, I always use an old toothbrush to scrub these girlies. And then I always use my Christie's baking soda cleaner mix that I mix up there. I'll put it in when I'm editing the video, what I actually put in there. There's baking soda and a couple other things that I mix together to clean up these beautiful dollies. And then I almost always use Ajax. I got this great big bottle of Ajax. It's huge, 90 ounces there for like $4, and it's wonderful. It smells good. It cleans the dollies great. I'm not sponsored by any of these things. This is just my preferred method and what I like to use, and I like to share it with y'all. So here close up, I'm gonna show you all of their faces so you can see how grubby they are, especially this girl here. I think she's a Steffi Love or a Cindy. This girl has marks on her face. This girl is just a little dirty, but her legs are really bad. They have the spotty syndrome. Plus they have spots all over them in red. This girl's legs, this Cindy's girl's legs are really dirty. So are this girl's legs. This girl here, her legs are really dirty. That's why I'm calling this bunch the Dirty Dozen, because a lot of them are way dirtier than I'm used to. So are these like teen skipper's legs, and their faces really dirty. Another teen skipper here with dirty legs. This midge rockers girl isn't so bad. This girl's face is a little dingy and her body's dirty. This girl has a really dirty face. So does this poor girl, and some staining. So as you can see, they all need a desperate makeover, which we are going to give them today. So next, on to the dolly spa. Yay! All right, got my gloves all on. Got my first girl ready. I'm going to show you her completely and then do the rest off camera. I've got my toothbrush all loaded up with soap and my cleaning solution that has baking soda and all kinds of goody stuff in it. I'll insert everything that I add in my little concoction that I make. And then we're just gonna get to scrubbing her. First, what I do is I give them a little rinse just to get them wet, and then I start scrubbing. I usually start on the legs. And I give them a good scrub because this girl is definitely dirty. Like, I've had dirtier, but this Dirty Dozen that I have here are definitely a lot dirtier than the ones that I've done recently. A lot of them have chews and stuff that I didn't notice. So I'm gonna have to fix that with the boiling water and stuff. And I put the gloves on to save my hands because this stuff is abrasive and I don't want to have pruny hands and dried out hands. So I do every surface, front, back, down, side, in between the legs, everywhere that dirt can hide. Scrub the back, under the arms, and they smell so good, and they look so different once you clean them. They really do. It's very funny how that works. Give them a little scrub, and I do this twice. I give them a scrub down twice because I figure they could use it. I take the hands like this, and then I do it the other way too. Like this. See, this girl has chewed hands and I didn't even realize it, so I'm gonna have to give her the boiling water trick. I don't know if you can see it with the soap there. Scrub-a-dub-dub at the Christie Spa. And then especially, you do have to be careful sometimes. The necks can be fragile on the vintage dolls, but I always like to scrub real good up under the neck joint here, where dirt can hide, and then on the back of the neck and everything. I give it a vigorous scrub. And then her face, get a little bit more soap. Tackle her face. I support the neck sometimes when I'm scrubbing their faces. Give it a good deep scrub. I go this way to get in like the lip crease and everything, and up under the nose and chin, and then I go this way. And I go around the ears 2 or 3 times as well. And if it gets in the hair, it won't hurt it any. It's just soap and things. All things that are, you know, abrasive but safe. All right, there she had her first scrub. Now I'm gonna give her a rinse. rinse her down and then check for anything that looks like I might have not gotten as good. And I never submerge my dolls. I think that's a bad idea. You're free to do whatever you like, but if you submerge them completely, it can get stuck in the head, the water can, and in the body cavity. I just give them a rinse like this. I'm gonna go over her face one more time because these were more grubby than I like. One more face, and these legs too. Give them a second scrub down. All right, I think she's good. Now I'm going to wash her hair. All right, I got some soap in my hand off camera because it's behind me, and I'm gonna do this. Now I take it down on the face when I'm scrubbing the hair too, just for that little extra. And I do this kind of motion to get really down in deep, you know, because these are secondhand thrift store dolls, and these were quite grubby. That's why I call them the Dirty Dozen. And I want them to be extra sparkly clean when I'm done, so I like to give them the full treatment. Usually what I will do is set this one aside and then go to the next and the next and the next. That way the soap stays in the hair, it gets everything out, and you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I will wash the hair twice, but if I don't feel like it needs it, just once. So then after this point, I'm gonna rinse it. And you wanna go until you don't see any suds anymore. See, I go like that, and if the water runs clear, then I know I did good. That I got all the soap out, because the soap can stay in for a good long time. Depending on how much you use and what kind you use, I always use Ajax. As I've told you, it's a good value, it smells good, and it always gets them super clean. So her hair is all rinsed out, and I'm gonna do the conditioner, but that will be later because I'm gonna scrub all these other girls next. All right, now I'm gonna do her conditioning. This is what I have. This is just what I use in my own hair. And it's good enough for me, it's good enough for my dolls. So I just take like one pump at first, and then I do this kind of motion where I work it in. And I will let this sit while I'm doing the other girls. That's how I do it, but I'm doing it different to show you guys my process and everything. But I would let this sit normally, you know, like 5 minutes or so, maybe longer, depending on how many girls I'm washing at the same time. But once you feel like you've gotten it in real good and down in, this is my doll hairbrush. That's why it's all ratty and pins missing. This is my wide tooth comb. I think I got all of these at Dollar Tree, like in packs. I love it because it's pink. And I have several different fine tooth combs. This one's a little stronger, so I thought I'd use this one. The other ones that I have like more rigid bristles, and they snap sometimes if the doll's hair is too tangled. So this one is more rubbery and bends, so that's why I'm using this one today. The first thing I will do is start at the bottom, and she has the little curls, so I want to keep those. And I just brush from the bottom all the way to the top, flip it over, do the same thing. Getting all that conditioner down in so it'll make it shiny, and this stuff smells really good too. It was on sale. I like to get stuff on sale. If you guys haven't noticed that, I'm always trying to tell you where the deals are and how to get things or do things cheaply, because I just figure, you know, people work hard for their money, so they don't want to waste it if they don't need to. So there, it's all nice and brushed. See how nice it looks? Then, depending on how bad it is, I don't think she needs it, but I'm going to give her a once over with this wider tooth comb to get any big tangles out that I might have missed with the brush. And see, it's going through it pretty good. Just once it gets to those curls, it stops a little bit. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to take this fine tooth comb and see how easy that is now that I brushed it and combed it with the others. And then once they all get down at the bottom, I just hold it like this and give it a little tug through, because it's going to have knots. That's just how this process works. No matter how good you are at it or how practiced you are, you're going to have to, you know, go over the hair several times with the combs and stuff to get all the knots out. I think I've got them all. Yep. One more time through. There we go. All nice and brushed through. And this is all the hair I lost, just those few little strings. Now I'm going to rinse her hair. It feels real nice, y'all. So fresh and so clean. I do this kind of thing, and then I give it a squeeze, and if I don't feel or see any more product, I know they're done. And I give them a rinse down because usually the conditioner will get on the bodies a little, so I give them one more rinse just to make it that much cleaner. All right, boiled my kettle. Gonna put the water in so I can boil the hands and the feet. This girl has chewed up feet and ankle area, so I'm going to dunk her in let her sit. Hopefully it will shrink that up. And then this girl's hands are really bad. Both of them are pretty bad. There's that one. The other one is worse. I'm just gonna dunk these in with the feet. And I'm gonna let them go for about a minute. They look a little better. I know this doesn't always work on this rubbery plastic, but what I'm gonna do is take and put the Loctite glue in and fill up those holes. And once she has shoes on, you won't even be able to tell. All right, I've let her hands soak for a good long time in the hot water. They do look a lot better. They are still gonna be marked. They're not gonna be perfect, but they look much better than they did. I might give them a second dunk, but I just wanted to show you that's how I do it. Here the girls are. See, I put them in the cups here so they can dry. That's how I always do it, especially if they have long hair like this. Then it can just go over the edge and you don't have to worry about crimping it. Here's this girl with the curly hair. She turned out great. This girl, I got her bangs tamed. Her hair was in a big old braid and I got that tamed as well. This girl here, you could barely see that she had crimps and now you can see her crimp pattern is back. These two girls look great. Everything came off. This was the girl that had all the sparkles on her. This girl, I put her hair in a curler with the bobby pins. That's how I do it. I cut one and sandwich it around the other, and then I put the bobby pins around it. And then I put hot water on it so that it can seal that little curl in. This girl's all pretty and clean and vintage. She has a little nick out of her eyebrow, but I can fix that. This poor Cindy girl had a really bad hair chop, so I just trimmed it up, tamed her bangs there, or her fringe, however you want to say. I have two of this Skipper girl. Her hair turned out pretty good. The ends are a little rough, but we'll see how it dries. And what I like to do if they have factory parting is I look for the parting and I try to sort that out so that when it air dries, it looks nice. So here are all of our Dirty Dozen ladies. They are all clean now, and the next time you see them, they will all have been made over and given restyles. Yay! Reveal time for these Dirty Dozen girls. Now, I did want to say just real quick, if you hear some noise in the background, somebody's mowing, and I'm not going to stop filming because, you know, noise happens. And also, it's hot today, so I have my fan on, so you might hear that too. But let's get on into it. Drum roll. Here is the first girl. I worked a lot on these, y'all. I did a lot more extra than I normally would. I gave this girl a ring because she was missing it. I also gave her a bracelet and earrings as well. Her hair turned out great. Look at how shiny and lovely it is. This is the girl I said that I wanted to retain her curls because she has these little flirty curls at the bottom, or flips up. So I wanted that to stay, and I pulled this piece. I didn't tack it or anything. I just pulled it behind her ear because she kind of has a weird hairline here, and I wanted it to be less weird, so that's why I did that. These are just pieces from my stock bins that are vintage. This I repaired. I have some pictures that I did. Maybe I'll insert them because it was coming apart and it was a little too big for her. So I popped a safety pin in to the back here to make it more skinny at her waist. This piece was completely separate and I got in a different lot thrifting a long time ago, both Barbies. So they went together perfectly. I put these little pink shoes on her, nothing big, but I wanted it to match. And I just think she turned out great for the first Dirty Dozen girl. And of course, she's all clean and all the muck and stuff that you saw at the beginning, it's all gone. So yay! Next we have this pretty girl, and I did this like off to the side with an extra little braid in her hair. And I did do a slight like boil washing, but not really to her hair. I just dunked it a little because it is the floofy fiber that a lot of people don't like. I don't mind it. When they have natural waves and things, I like to leave that. Some collectors don't, I do. And I just thought this was really pretty. Her hair was kind of dingy and now it's nice and bright and fluffy and shiny and super soft. Now, I did pierce her ears and give her these earrings off my little card that I had showed you that I got from Five Below. I think they look super cute. This top was from my clothing bin. I just went through and put on them what I thought looked pleasing to me. Now, she was the one with the spotty leg syndrome, so I wanted her to have something that covered up her legs. So I put her in these cute sparkly jeans, and I think it looks super cute with this Barbie top. And I did this crisscrossing at the top here. You can do it straight or crisscross, and then I just tied it around her neck and the back. I think it looks so super cute and stylish. Love these little heels. They kind of match the purpley pinky color in her top. And I just think they turned out so good. They were so dirty and mucky, and now they're just beautiful and ready for my collector shelf. Now this girl I'm super happy with. I don't know if y'all will remember, maybe I'll insert some pictures. You couldn't even really tell that this girl had crimps. And now you can see her crimp pattern is back. It's nice and shiny and bouncy, see from underneath as well. All her waves came back and it looked almost straight. Most of these dolls, I did give like a little trim when they had like flyaways and stringies, but other than that, I didn't really do anything too drastic. She had earrings to begin with, so I left those in, but I did give her this. These were earrings I got in a set a while ago. I don't know if you'll saw that video or remember, but it was like on a piece of plastic and they were all like sticking up like this and you had to like break them off. Well, it was supposed to be earrings, but I turned it into a ring because a lot of these dolls were missing rings. So I thought that was cool. And I wanted her to be in something like retro vintagey. So I love this tealy color. And I thought this looked great on her with her big blue eyes and her like kind of mermaidy crimped hair. Put these adorable shoes on her. Love, love, love these. And it matches so great. And as you can see, No more dirty leg, no more dirty dozen. They're the clean dozen now. And I just love her. I love how they turn out. I love how you can take a doll that looks really mucky and dingy and turn it into something beautiful. Here is one of my teen skippers that I made over. I think she looks so stylish and cute. Love the little shoes. Now, it was hard to find shoes for these. So these aren't an exact color match, but they fit her feet pretty well. And they're a tealy color, which kind of goes with this, so I don't mind it. Now, this outfit came from Temu. It's technically for a Barbie, but I think it fits her kind of well. This top here did not come with this set. It had a different top that was more bulky and I didn't like it, but this top did come from Temu. And I thought this looked cuter. She retains her original bracelet here and her little nail painting, thumb ring and all that stuff. This was her original ring in her hand here. She has her original earrings as well. Her hair turned out super nice, as you can tell. Really pretty. Little bit at the ends, kind of rough, but I would have had to flat iron that to make it perfect, and I'm not worried about it being perfect. Did pop a pin in the hat to keep it on her head at this like cocked position. I just think it looks so super cute on her, and it's kind of hard to dress these teen skippers because their body is an odd shape and an odd size. So I think this looks super duper cute and I'm really happy with it. Next we have this beautiful girl. Now I know none of these dolls are in original outfits, but they mostly are Barbie, or if they're not, I'll tell you where I got them if I know. This is a Barbie dress. I love the coloring because if you don't know and you're new, hi, nice to meet you, but I love pink. I love bunnies. I love dolls, any kind of cute little thing. I love restoring and collecting and all that goody goodness. So if you didn't know, now you do. I gave her these earrings from my stock bin, as well as this cute little crown. I just thought it looked good with this ball gowny dress. It's so pretty. And I gave her some pink heels. She is on a stand because she has this dress and I wanted it to not get like mushed by like leaning it against something. So here she is, 360. Just look at her gorgeous hair, how beautifully it turned out. Super soft, like I said. Gave them a little trim, but for the most part, I just let them air dry and this is how they turned out. I love my method. It always turns out great and they just look so clean and shiny. Next, we have this beautiful lady. Now she's the one that had the little missing eyebrow piece. I don't know if you can see it that well there. It's just a little bit. I was gonna fix it, but I did so much fixing to these dolls, I just left it. I will fix it eventually, but I just didn't have the time now. It would have taken me forever. As it was, it took me about a week and a half to finish these dolls after they dried and everything, restyling them and dressing them up and picking what I wanted. I just love this. I know it's a little short, but I love the bright pink and I love the purple, and it is a vintage marked Barbie dress here. Put these little lilac-y heels on her that kind of go with her accent color here. I gave her a ring as well. Now she was the girl that I showed you that I did her hands in the boiling water. They look way better, but they're never gonna look perfect because those little pinholes just never wanna go away, but it looks way better to me and I'm not mad at it. I also gave her earrings, the same as her little ring here, so she all matches. Her hair turned out beautifully. She was another one of the ones that have the like flippy curls at the end that I wanna retain. It's so shiny and beautiful. And a lot of these have weird hairlines, these vintage ones, so you just have to, like I said, pick them apart with the comb and get it to lay right and then let it dry that way and it'll stay in a pretty nice way. So I'm super happy with these. They're so shiny and clean. Next, we have this adorable Cindy. I'm loving how she turned out. I know she's simple, but I just love her. I gave her these adorable little heart earrings from my card once again that came from Five Below. See, I told you I'd get to use them. I used most of them, the ones that weren't like mermaid related in this video on these girls. I gave her a little piece of ribbon as a headband. I love her little simple bangs. Now she did have a hair chop. It was all kinds of wonky, so I evened it out into this little short style as best I could. It's super shiny. The fiber was really nice, turned out nice. And I gave her this cute little sporty look. Love these jeans on her and this little top. It just turned out perfect. And I gave her these mini fashion shoes with the roses. I thought they looked cute with the tennis shoes. Hide them off here. I think it looks so adorbs on her. I really love how she turned out, and she's quite simple, but I just love it. And I forgot to mention the clothes that are on the Cindy here are all Barbie clothes. Everything came from my bins, if I forget to say, because I get excited when I'm telling you guys what I did and how I restyle them and stuff, but I have everything separated into like dresses, shirts, pants, all that stuff that I've thrifted over the years. So that's where all these outfits came from. Next, we have this beautiful girl. I love how she turned out as well. I love how all of them turned out, but some of them I just love more than others. I love her little tight sausage curl that I got for her and her sweet, sweet face, just adorable. I gave her these earrings and this silvery shiny tone necklace. This top was in my bin, as well as this. I know this is Barbie and it goes to a certain like one, but I don't know which one, and this is the only piece I had, so I paired it with this little red top with the long sleeves. I thought it looked adorable, and I gave her these pointed heeled shoes in red. She's kind of patriotic. Look at how shiny and beautiful her hair turned out. Just look at it. So beautiful. Love it. Love how they all turned out. Love how cute they are. And I tried to go more vintage, 80s retro with them with my stylings because that's their era. That's when they came from. So I thought it would look cute that way. Next, we have this adorable teen skipper. I love the blushing on these. They just look so beautiful. Now, her hair was the worst for the wear between the two because I have two of this exact same doll in this makeover lot here. Her ends were the worst, but I don't think they look that bad now that I treated them. I did give them a trim. I put this adorable little like onesie romper on her because it just fit her so well. sell. Like I said, they have funny little bodies that are hard to fit, but this I think looks adorable. I gave her this purpley bracelet and these bright pink tennis shoes because like I said, their feet are an odd size too, and these fit her, and it went with like all this coloring here, how it has a bunch of different colors. So I think she looks super cute, way better than she did, and she is ready for the collector shelf. The only thing I didn't do was give her a ring because I ran out of rings and things to give them, but she's super cute and I love her. Drum roll, brrr, dolly bonus. This is the 13th doll. Now this girl, I didn't show you, sorry. She was a doll I was gonna sell, but her bangs and her hair just turned out so cute. I love these big foofy bangs I did on her. She has this like triangle pattern, so she has the big bangs. I couldn't sell her. I had to keep her. So I thought I'd put her as a bonus in this video to show y'all. I am gonna give her some earrings. I just didn't do it in time for the video. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll pause and do that. Hang on. All right, we're back, and I gave her these hoop earrings with these little danglers. They were in my stock bin. I'm not sure where I got them, but I believe they're LOL OMG earrings. Not for positive. If y'all know, you can let me know. Now, this top I've been in love with since the second I thrifted it, and I knew someday I would find the perfect doll and the perfect ensemble to put it on. I love the little Kool-Aid top. Isn't it adorbs? Now this, y'all might not remember. I know it's still a little beat up, but it was way more beat up. There were giant holes in it, and I got it off of a doll that I thrifted that I think I only paid like 50 cents for from a thrift store because it was so beat up. And I said to y'all, you probably wouldn't bother fixing this or would think to just throw it away because it had those big holes and a few things. It was missing some stitches here too. Fixed this here, the hem where it was missing the stitches with the Loctite glue. But the reason I bothered fixing it is because it is genuine Barbie. See there? And I didn't know it at the time, but I just thought it's cute. I don't care that it still has that little bit of a mark there and stuff. I just think it looks adorable with this top. Like I said, not perfect, but I don't really strive for complete perfection. When I'm restoring dolls that are just gonna be mine on my collector shelf and stuff, I want them to be, you know, perfect for me, and she is. And that's just how I know how to say it. Now these shoes, I love these bright shoes. They are not coming across as bright neon as they are in real life. They match this neon orange in the top. So to me, she just came together in a way. I'm just glad I was able to rescue her. Like I said, I was going to sell her, but then when her bangs turned out like this and her little pony turned out so stinking cute, I just had to keep her. And then like it all just fell together. I fixed this skirt. I put this little bow with my Loctite glue because I could have sewed it, but there were great big holes, and I figured this way I put the glue around the perimeter of this bow and then pushed it on the skirt so that it would adhere. You can see a little bit of glue residue, but like I said, not striving for complete perfection, just want them to be cute and Christified for my collection. Next is this beautiful lady that I put in this fancy white beautiful gown. I just thought it looked really pretty on her. Like I said, they all went through several outfit changes, and it took me a while to get them how I wanted them. I think she had pierced ears, but if she didn't, I did pierce a lot of their ears or re-pierce them because they had shrunk up. But I put these little cute flowers, these dainty little white flowers with the iridescent that came off that card. See, I'm telling you, that thing was $5, and I have given a lot of my dolls earrings. Now I put this necklace on her. A lot of the time I won't put a necklace on because I think it's too crowded, but with this, with the nose straps and everything, I thought it looked pretty. Plus I love the super shiny. She did retain her original ring, so I left that with her. And this dress is gorgeous. It has a few wrinkles. I haven't busted out my steamer yet to like steam the wrinkles, but it is clean. All of these have been cleaned by me in my little bath. I put these little silver strappy shoes on her to match because it does have silver in this here in the front, and I gave her the silver necklace and everything. So I think she just looks super duper pretty, and I'm so glad I was able to fix her. Next we have this, and the last of my beautiful teen skippers. Her hair was the nicest. I love how it looks, so super shiny, and patterning on these is different in each one of these skippers, even though they are the exact same doll. Like the way they did the like dark to light ratio. See how super shiny it is? It's just gorgeous to me. Look at it. Love, love, love. And it's super soft, and it smells absolutely delicious. And like I said earlier, I love the blushing on these, so super pretty. And she had her original ring, so I left it, and her earrings. Now I gave her this little red bracelet. It's technically a hair gem that I got from the beauty supply store. I told you guys about that a long time ago, but you might not have seen. I use them as bracelets for my dolls because they come in multiple colors and styles, and they just, you pinch them open and then you pinch them down, and they look so cute. Now I gave her these mini fashion little tennis shoes because like I said, their feet hard to fit, and these fit them perfectly, so that's great. Now this little outfit came in that big pack. It's in my lineup, a video I did a while ago, the Hair Adorable Hair Amazing. It was a huge pack that had a doll in it, a bunch of fashions and purses, and this was one of the fashions. And I always loved this top. I love the cherries, and I just didn't know who it would fit because it's kind of small. So it fits her perfect. No gapping or gaping. See how great? And she can also sit without them popping. So this is probably gonna be her forever outfit. This girl is gonna stay with me, this cute teen skipper. She is one of my favorites. Like I said, they're all my favorite in a way, but I love, out of all the teen skippers, this girl and the girl over there in the blue are my two favorite. And a real quick bonus, just because this is a makeover video. This was from my last thrift haul, I believe, and I showed it to y'all, and it had staining and holes. I fixed all the holes. There was a hole there. There was a hole there. There was another hole here that I didn't know about, and then there was the hole on top of the head. And I told y'all I would probably put a little bow over it, and I did. I cleaned it, let it dry, fixed the holes, and then put the little bow on. So I just wanted you guys to see it. Now, the 12th and final Dirty Dozen girl that I am so happy with. She is my absolute favorite. I worked the most on her, and that's why I saved her to last. Drum roll. Rockers. I'm so happy with this girl. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start with her hair. Just look at this. Look at these luscious, individual, beautiful, bouncy, shiny, smelling delicious curls. So beautiful. Just look from every angle. Love, love, love my little hairdo that I do. I do the same thing with all of them when they have the curls like this. I take my solution between my fingers and I do each individual curl. It takes a long time, but it's so worth it. Look at this. I looked up how this girl looked originally and I didn't have any of her pieces or anything. So I did my own little version of what I could do to make her look as close to the Rockers version that I could from what I had. This little piece of fabric here was in my bin. I had cleaned it and I thought it was perfect. So I tied it around her head as a headband and made this little foofy bow. This top came from a fashion pack, a Barbie fashion pack, and I didn't think I would ever use it because I don't really love animal prints and the bright colors just weren't singing to me, but on this Rockers girl, it looks great. Now these are definite vintage pants. They might go to a Rockers, I don't know, but I had them in my stock bin. As well as these orange shoes, I knew they would match as perfectly as I could to her little styling because she has the orange here and the orange here. And I made this. Now the original Rockers girl does have one of these dangly things like this. It's just not this. This is a little watch bracelet I had in my bin of things that I keep, and I put this embroidery floss around it in the orange to match her original style. I also recreated her original ring. I looked it up how it was supposed to look. I took a piece of cardstock and I colored it this bright neon yellowy green color and cut it out in this shape. I don't know if you can tell. I glued it to one of those pink heart earrings that I told you I turned into rings. So that's how I did that. And once it was dry, the coloring that I did, I covered it in 3 layers of clear nail polish, and I think it looks great. And also I did the same thing to recreate her little earrings that she was supposed to have. Now the top part doesn't match. I'm not that mad at it. She's not gonna look exactly perfect, and I am gonna keep her this way because I have multiples of her. So even if I redo another one and redo all my Rockers so that they look, more accurate or more vintage like they're supposed to, she's still gonna stay like this because I worked so hard on her. And I just love how these turned out, these little trapezoid pieces that I made, and I put the little earrings in from the earring pack. And like I said, she's my favorite. I know they're all my favorite, but I worked really hard on her to make her look 80s accurate and Rockers accurate, and I think she looks amazing, and I'm so happy with her. Yay! Well, y'all, there they are, our 12 Dirty Dozen girls with the bonus 13th girl and the little bunny eye fix, the Squishmallow. I'm super happy with them. I'm loving that I got to share this Dirty Dozen makeover with y'all. And if you've been with me to this point in the video, I have to say super huge hugs and dolly love to all you wonderful watchers and subscribers out there. Y'all truly are the best. As always, I hope everybody watching is well, happy, and safe, having a great, great, great dolly day, and that all the good best things that are in this life that can come to you, I honestly, truly hope they will. I have to say, great, big, huge, wonderful, lovely subscriber love to all you wonderful, lovely watchers and super awesome subscribers out there. At the point that I am filming this video, we are closing in on 17,100 subscribers. Woo, woo, woo. So like I always say, y'all are the most magically awesome in all the land. At least I think so anyway. And I have to say super big bunches of thank yous for absolutely everything, y'all. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Come on, y'all. Come and join this great big Dolly Barbie YouTube family that we have built here together, which grows ever bigger by the day because of y'all coming along, hitting that button, boopity boop, saying you like my Dolly silliness and craziness and all the general Dolly goodness that I want to spread and share with y'all. I have to say a super huge thanks for all the likes, the comments, the sharing. The hyping of these long form videos really gets us out there, lets everybody know you like my Dolly goodness that I want to spread and share. So if you want to become part of the great big Dolly Barbie YouTube family we have built here, come along and join us because we would love to have you. And as I always say and mean in every single way, absolutely everyone, no matter who you are or what you're into, is always welcome here. Well, y'all, we did it. We made it through this Dirty Dozen makeover video with some bonuses and some Dolly goodness fun. So y'all know what I'm gonna say. Happy dolling, happy Dolly day, happy making over Dirty Dozen girls too, and bye y'all.